Hello, how are you?
Hi, Elena. I'm good, thanks. How about you?
I'm great, and I'm excited about today's topic.
Me too. Today, we're talking about films. Watching films is a great way to learn English. You can hear how people talk, learn new words, and even understand different accents.
That's true, but before we start, let's go over some important words that will help our listeners.
Good idea. Here are some key words. 1. Genre. This means the type of film, like comedy, horror, or action. 2. Plot. The story of the film. What happens from the beginning to the end. 3. Character. A person in the film. For example, Harry Potter is a character. 4. Director. The person who makes the film and tells the actors what to do. 5. Actor/actress. The people who play the characters in the film. 6. Scene. A small part of a film. Films have many scenes. 7. Dialogue. The words that the characters say in the film. 8. Special effects. Things that make the film look amazing, like explosions or magic. 9. Soundtrack. The music in a film. 10. Sequel. A new film that continues the story of another film.
Great, now let's start talking about films. Jack, do you like watching films?
Yes, I do. I love watching films, especially action films. They are exciting and full of energy. What about you, Elena?
I like romantic comedies. They are funny and sweet at the same time. But I also enjoy adventure films because they have interesting stories.
That's cool. There are so many different genres. Some people like horror films, but I don't. They are too scary for me.
I agree. Horror films can be very scary, but some people love them because they enjoy feeling excited or surprised.
That's true. And some people love animated films. Even adults watch them, not just kids.
Yes, animated films are fun and creative. They often have great stories and beautiful visuals. Do you have a favorite animated film?
Yes, I love Toy Story. It's about toys that come to life when people aren't looking. It has great characters and a really good story.
That's a great film. I like Finding Nemo. It's about a little fish lost in the ocean. It's funny but also emotional.
Animated films often have great soundtracks too. Music is very important in films. It helps create feelings happy, sad, or excited.
Yes, and sometimes a song from a film becomes really famous. Like Let It Go from Frozen. Everyone knows that song.
Exactly. Music helps us remember films. And speaking of famous films, some films are so popular that they get a sequel.
Yes, a sequel is when a film continues the story in another film. For example, Harry Potter has many sequels.
Right. And some films even become part of a big film series, like The Avengers or Star Wars.
Yes, those films have huge stories and many characters. That's why people love them so much.
Yes, and what makes those films even more exciting is the special effects. Imagine The Avengers without all the explosions, flying superheroes, or big battle scenes. It wouldn't be the same.
That's true. Special effects make films more interesting and sometimes more realistic, even when the story is about something impossible, like superheroes or space travel.
Exactly. And speaking of space travel, science fiction films use special effects a lot. Movies like Star Wars or Interstellar take us to other planets and show us things we can't see in real life.
Yes, sci-fi films are great because they make us think about the future. What if we really lived on another planet one day? What if robots could think like humans?
That's what makes films so amazing. They take us to different worlds, whether it's the future, the past, or even a magical place. Fantasy films like Harry Potter or The Lord of the Rings are full of magic and adventure.
I love fantasy films. They have interesting characters like wizards, elves, and dragons. And the costumes and locations always look beautiful.
Yes, and it's not just fantasy films. Historical films also have great costumes. When we watch a film about ancient Egypt or medieval times, we can see how people dressed and lived in the past.
That's true. Films help us learn about history in a fun way. Sometimes they are based on real events, like Titanic, which tells the story of a real ship that sank.
Yes, and biographical films or biopics tell the stories of real people. Have you seen The Theory of Everything? It's about Stephen Hawking, the famous scientist.
Yes, I have. It was very inspiring. Biopics show us the lives of famous people and their struggles. Another great one is Bohemian Rhapsody, which is about the band Queen and its singer, Freddie Mercury.
That's a great example. Films can teach us so much, whether they are about history, famous people, or even different cultures.
Yes, and another great way to learn about different cultures is by watching foreign films. They show us how people live in different countries and sometimes even teach us new languages.
That's right. Foreign films are a great way to see different traditions, foods, and ways of life, and sometimes they tell stories in a different style than Hollywood films.
Yes, for example, Bollywood films from India often have a lot of music and dancing. They are colorful and full of energy.
And there are great films from many other countries too. For example, Korean films have become very popular in recent years. A film like Parasite won an Oscar, and it surprised many people with its unique story.
Yes, and Japanese animated films, like Spirited Away, are also famous around the world. They have beautiful animation and deep stories.
That's why films are so special. They connect people from different countries and cultures. Even if a film is in another language, we can watch it with subtitles and still enjoy it.
Exactly, subtitles help a lot, especially when learning a new language. Many people use English subtitles to improve their listening skills.
Yes, and some people prefer to watch films with dubbing, where the voices are changed to another language. But I think subtitles are better because you can still hear the original actors.
I agree. The actors' voices add emotion and personality to the characters. That's why it's great to watch films in their original language when possible.
Speaking of actors, do you have a favorite actor or actress?
That's a hard question. I really like Meryl Streep because she can play so many different roles. She can be serious, funny, or even dramatic.
She's amazing. I also like Leonardo DiCaprio. He has been in so many great films like Inception, Titanic, and The Wolf of Wall Street.
Yes, and some actors are really famous for action films, like Tom Cruise or Keanu Reeves. They do a lot of their own stunts, which makes their films even more exciting.
That's impressive. Doing stunts is dangerous, but it makes the film feel real. That's why action films are so popular. They keep us on the edge of our seats.
Yes, and even though action films are exciting, sometimes people just want to relax and watch something light and funny. That's why comedies are great.
Yes, comedies are perfect when you just want to laugh and have a good time. A funny film can make your day better and help you forget your worries for a while.
That's true, and there are many types of comedies. Some are silly and full of jokes, while others have a clever story with funny situations.
Exactly. And sometimes comedies mix with other genres. For example, romantic comedies or rom-coms are funny but also have a love story.
Yes, a good example is Notting Hill or Crazy Rich Asians. These films make you laugh, but also show sweet and romantic moments.
And then there are comedy action films like Rush Hour. They have exciting action scenes but also funny dialogue between the characters.
That's a great combination. And sometimes, even animated films have comedy. Many Pixar and DreamWorks films, like Shrek or Toy Story, are really funny.
Yes, and what's interesting is that comedies can be enjoyed by people of all ages. Kids and adults can both laugh at a good comedy film.
That's why films are so special. They bring people together. Whether it's a family movie night, a date, or watching with friends, films create shared experiences.
Yes. And today, it's easier than ever to watch films. We don't have to go to the cinema. We can stream movies online anytime we want.
That's true. With streaming platforms, people can watch old films, new releases, and even foreign films from their own homes.
And because of that, more people are discovering films from different cultures and genres. It's amazing how films can connect the world.
Yes, no matter where we are, films help us learn, feel emotions, and enjoy stories from around the world.
Exactly. Films are a powerful way to bring people together. No matter what language we speak or where we live, we can all enjoy a good movie.
Yes, and films can also teach us important lessons. Some films make us think deeply about life, while others inspire us to follow our dreams.
That's so true. Some films even change the way we see the world. For example, documentaries show us real stories about people, nature, and important issues.
Yes, a good documentary can teach us about history, science, or even how people live in different parts of the world. Learning through films is fun and easy.
And for people learning English, watching films is a great way to improve their language skills. You can listen to real conversations, hear different accents, and learn new words naturally.
Exactly. And the best part is, you can enjoy the story at the same time. Learning English doesn't have to be boring, it can be fun with movies.
So, to summarize what we talked about today, films come in many genres, like action, comedy, fantasy, and science fiction. They can make us laugh, cry, or think deeply. Films also help us learn about different cultures and improve our language skills.
That's right. So next time you watch a film, try to listen carefully to the dialogue, notice the new words, and enjoy the story at the same time.
We hope you enjoyed this episode. If you like this podcast, don't forget to like, leave a comment, and share it with your friends and family.
Yes, and make sure to follow our channel for more fun and easy English learning content.
Thank you for listening.
Take care, and see you next time.